people should really learn how to mind their business. Like, don't worry about me, worry about yourself, worry about your kids, worry about your mama. Don't worry about me.
I don't wanna know if you're better off without me.
I always get this intro stuff messed up. What's up, guys? What's going on? It's your girl SHYBYJUNE. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As you read in the title, today's video is going to be a story time while I remove my box braids, my knotless box braids. I've had them in for maybe a month. I was planning on taking these out at the end of this month, September, but I was editing a video yesterday with these braids in, and I was just like, no. These braids have got to go. Like, I am trying to do the whole protective style ever since I got my hair trimmed, and I just want to protect my hair. I can move on to another protective style. I just cannot go another day with these braids. I'm going to be telling you guys about this story that happened to me a couple days ago. I was going to hold off on telling this story, but I was like, you know what? It's hot and juicy and ready to be told. And that was a negative thing, a negative person. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. But yeah, so let's just jump right into this story time. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to say? I just got out the shower and I just saturated my hair in the shower, put some warm water in there just to loosen up like any debris or product buildup. Yeah. Hair is dripping wet right now. Oh my gosh. Cut that. Oh, I'm so sad to take out my braids. But this is cute. Damn. Hey girl, this is cute. Shaniqua. I don't be doing story times. I just like to watch them, but I'm gonna tell y'all this story that happened to me Friday the 13th, September 13th, right? All right, so I met this guy maybe 2 months ago. I met him at work, and you know, we exchanged numbers and everything. After I got his number, I called him maybe a week later after I got his number, or a couple days later. He was just like, oh, I'm just so surprised you called me, and I want to talk to you again. Like, maybe we can hang out once I'm feeling better, you know, because he had just had surgery. And so initially we were supposed to hang out just to work out. So when we started hanging out, we went out to eat, we had drinks, we had a good time, and we agreed to hang out again after the first time. He seemed really cool and like a nice guy, you know. And so, like, as time went on, we went on another date. We went on a few more dates, and everything seemed cool. He told me a little more about himself. He's been in the military. He has a Nigerian background. So we have different cultures, like we grew up differently. And then one time, he invited me over his house. Now, some guys, they just think that I'm gonna be down for whatever type of thing. But I still have morals. I still have respect for myself, you know? I can't blame people that think that way about me, because, you know, I portrayed myself to be like this person who's full of life and full of fun, which I am. But don't get it twisted. Do not overstep the boundaries, or you're gonna see a different person, you're gonna meet a new me, and you're gonna just be like, what? Yeah, that's me. As long as you are staying within your boundaries, then we're cool. I do say that to say, when you first meet a person, you have to let them know what your boundaries are. But sometimes if I don't set boundaries, I realize that people, they just be doing all types of stuff. After we hung out a few times, and we had like 2 disagreements, but we kind of got over it because we kind of like understood where each other was coming from. I kind of was like, okay, like, you know, maybe I'm just thinking about this too much. Like, he's really a cool guy. The thing that would rub me the wrong way about him is that every time we would talk on the phone, he would always just try to like make indirect comments and be sarcastic about certain things, which I didn't understand about him. Like, bro, if you like me, like, why are you doing that? Like, who does that? One time I was at work, and we would usually talk on our lunch breaks at work, and This is one argument that we had. So remember, this is why we initially start talking, so that we can start working out together. So I said to him, yeah, I need to like get back in the gym like that. You know, I used to work out all the time. Instead of him saying like, yeah, that's what we talked about, so I want to like start doing that with you, like, you know, and he will always just have something negative to say. So I'm just like, bro, like, how do you always say like you're positive and you're uplifting, and when you talk to him on the phone, like that energy is not the same energy. It's like he's better than you or whatever. So then I brought up the fact, well, we were supposed to work out, you know, together. Like, you, well, yeah, but you know, I know you don't wake up that early. Like, you never even mentioned it to me, so why would I be up that early if I don't have to be? I said, so what about this weekend? Let's work out this weekend. I don't know about this weekend. I'm like, shut up, you don't got nothing valid to say. I'm just like, oh, what am I even doing wasting my time with this guy? Like, he's just so annoying to me now. Like, at this point, like, I feel like he's being annoying on purpose. When I first met him, I was excited to talk to him, and I just was like, you know what, I'll answer the phone if I feel like it, you know. Moving forward, I quit my job, and I did a whole video on why I quit my job and what made me quit my job and stuff like that. And I don't know if he watched it, but I know he does follow my YouTube. He does watch some of my videos. Whenever we would hang out, he would just be like, oh yeah, I seen some of your videos. I really like them and stuff like that. It really seems like you know what you're doing when you're vlogging. Some people, they don't really know what vlogging is. They don't really get the idea of vlogging. I don't know. He would just say like he liked my videos or whatever. But we were on the phone again. I haven't spoken to him in like a week now. And then he calls me. He's like, hey, what's up? Like, I just wanted to call and check on you, see how you're doing. In my mind, I'm like, I don't need you to check on me, but I'm like, I'm fine. And then he's like, yeah, like, how's work? That's his #1 question. And I felt like he was asking me that because he probably did see one of my videos saying that I quit my job or whatever. Work is fine. And he's like, yeah, so you're just like back at work now, like everything's good? I'm like, I just said it's fine. Like, what do you? So I'm like, no, I quit my job. Is that what you called for? He was just like, oh, you did? I kind of figured you were going to do that because, you know, you didn't seem like you were very happy there, and you didn't seem like you really wanted to stay there. I kind of had a feeling you were going to do that. I'm just like, okay, all right, next. Yeah, let's go out for a drink this weekend. Like, I miss your energy. I miss your vibe. And I'm just like, meanwhile, I asked him a week before, let's go out for drinks. He was just like, no, I don't really have the money for it, da, da, da. Mind you, he always acts like he don't have money, but he's a scientist, right? He's a scientist and all this other stuff, but he always acts like he doesn't have money. So I'll just be like, okay, whatever. That can mean a lot of things. Maybe he just doesn't have money to like spend on drinks and stuff. But if I come over to his house, I always bring like wine and stuff, and he always drinks all of my shit. Just drink up my shit. I don't ask guys for money or pay my bills, but if they ask me to come out to dinner or have drinks with them, they're definitely paying. Sorry. Now, if I suggest that we go out to have drinks, then I intend on paying for myself, because that's something I want to do, you know? Now this brings us to Friday the 13th, okay? Friday the 13th, we go out for drinks. He hits me up, said, okay, I'll be free after 3. I text him and was like, hey, like, sorry, I didn't text you back this morning, but like, are we still down to go? I didn't get no response, no response. He texted me back like around 5 or 6, and he calls me like, are we still on for today? And I'm like, yeah, like, what time? He's like, let's do around 8:30. I'm like, do you want to meet there? Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, I don't want him to do me any favors, because I don't want him to feel like I need him to do me any favors. He's like, no, I'll pick you up or whatever. So I'm like, cool. He comes to pick me up. Ouch. I get the car, and he's like, what's up, what's up? Give me a hug. And he has a white t-shirt on. So I didn't want to like get my makeup on his shirt. So I was just like, I tried to like give him a halfway hug, and he was like, oh, why are you acting like that? Give me a hug. And I'm like, cause I don't want to get makeup on your shirt. And he was like, oh, you have makeup on? Like, clearly, because I have freaking makeup on. Now, when we're in the car driving there, he's asking me questions. You know, he's just like so fascinated about me quitting. Like, he wants to know so much. Like, how's life after that? Like, it's something that he's missing that he needs to know. And I'm just like, oh, it's fine, it's regular. He's like, yeah, you just living the life, huh? Like, when people do stuff like that, I just feel like, what, are you mad? Like, what's the problem? Like, you never heard of anyone quitting their job? Like, what's the problem? So he's like, yeah, you just living your life, like, you got the good life, you got it made. And I'm just thinking, like, shut up already, just shut up. Drive, listen to music, like, what the hell? Like, oh, you're just a busy woman, huh? What'd you do today? And it's just like, I don't really want to tell you what I did today. You just want to know what I was busy doing. Like, none of your business. That's what I was doing, minding my own business. That's what I was doing. It's just something like you can get from certain people, like when they genuinely care about what your day was like and how are you feeling. Like, you can get that from some people, but you don't. I didn't get that from him. I felt like he was just being all the way in my business all the time. And I feel like if I don't constantly ask you about your day or work or job or whatever, like, just have that same energy for me. Like, don't be overstepping your boundaries. Stay in your lane. Like, if I say I had a good day, then that's it. And if I want to share and go into detail, then I could do that. But if not, then just leave it alone. Like, why do you have to know every damn thing? I'm just like, he's annoying. Okay, so we get to this place. It's like kind of ratchet. They're playing only one type of music, and like, I just didn't like the vibe there. It got crowded out of nowhere, and I was like, hey, do you want to go? He was like, no, I don't want to go, I want to stay, and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, well, I don't want to stay here. Well, I'm gonna go outside and smoke, and then you can stay here and I'll come back. He's like, no, I'm gonna go with you. He was just like very confusing. After we talked about like staying and leaving, he had to bring up my job again. So tell me how you quit. Did you just like call your job one day and tell him like, I'm not coming back? What? Like, shut up. Like, you're so dumb. Like, who does that? Who fucking quits that way? Anyway, why would I call my job and be like, I'm quitting? Like, no, that's not how it works. You fucking dumbass. I put in a 2 weeks notice. Like, is that what you would have done? I was just joking. You can't say a joke. You don't have to get so serious. At this point, I'm just like, I'm just tired of you talking about my job. Like, I don't work there anymore. I didn't care so much how I quit, why I quit, what I'm doing after. You're just being nosy at this point, and you're being sarcastic, and I don't think it's funny. Like, it's annoying. Yeah, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Calm down. Like, you fucking calm down. Like, you're the one keep asking me about my fucking personal life. Like, you know? And before I went out with him, I wanted to tell him forget it, I didn't want to go, because I already knew that if he already annoyed me over the phone and he annoyed me like when I wasn't even in his presence, then I already know that I'm gonna be annoyed if I'm in his presence. You know, but I went against my gut because I was like, you know what, when I'm around him, we don't argue, we don't fight. It's only when I'm on the phone with him. So I was like, let me just see, like, this is gonna be my last time hanging out with him, because I don't like the fact that he's always asking me questions that I don't want to answer. And it's like, when he don't get the answer he wants to keep digging for more answers. That's how he is or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so now we're leaving the bar. I only had 2 glasses of champagne. I'm like, let's go. Like, I don't want to be here because you just questioning me like I'm a freaking prisoner and you interrogating me. And so we finally leave, and then I'm like, let's go have one shot and then let's just go home. If I'm already out here and I'm drinking, I might as well like feel nice before I go home. So he's like, all right, let's go somewhere else to another bar. So we go outside, we're sitting there, we're talking, and now he pulls out a cigarette and he needs a lighter. So I'm trying to stop people, because in New York, people are not going to look at you weird if you're asking someone for a freaking lighter on the street. They don't look at you weird. They don't think that you're being rude. They don't think that you're wasting their time. They don't think that. Like, I've been in New York longer than him. Like, I know what to expect and what not to do in New York, you know? I'm asking people for it. He's like, oh my God, why are you disturbing people? People got places to be. I said, so what? You need a lighter and I'm gonna ask. And if you don't like it, then I guess go buy one so I won't have to ask. Like, simple. He's feeling some type of way because I'm asking people on the street for a lighter. We're leaving, we're going to another bar. We get to the bar, we're taking our shot, we're talking a little bit, then we leave. So I didn't want to have to take an Uber home, so I was like, all right, let me just be nice so I can just get this ride back home and then I don't have to ever talk to him again. So now we're leaving and we're walking back to the car. Then when I seen this food truck, I was like, you know what, I'll get food. He was like, oh, how are you gonna get food if you don't have cash? Boy, you think I need you to buy me something? Well, I'm happy to know that you wouldn't buy it for me. Don't ask for it. After I done been to your house and bought wine and you drank all my shit up. I have like this electronic pen that I use and I always wants to use my pen. Like, please don't ask me for shit if that's how you feel. But I mean, I could afford my own tacos if that's what you're insinuating. After he ordered food in the bar, ate his food, didn't even offer me any. After he didn't even offer me a bite and say, do you want some? No, he didn't say none of that. But then after he told me that, oh, they don't take cash, I need to get cash to buy my tacos, like telling me basically that he not buying my tacos. He have a nerve to ask me for a piece of my taco. Like, now we're like standing in front of this store and I'm like recording, vlogging, and I was like eating my tacos, telling people about, you know, where I was and come to Williamsburg, they have really good tacos type of thing. I see this store that I'm standing next to, recording in front of, and I see that they have plants. And I seen this beautiful beauty in there. And I was like, oh my God, I need one of those like for my videos. Like, I was just thinking YouTube, and like I've been looking for this plant and here it is. He was like, oh, do you want to get it? I was like, yeah, I do want to get it. Like, can we get it? I said, do you think it'll fit in your car? He said, yeah, I think it'll fit in. Go inside the store, there's 3 plants, 3 different sizes. There's a huge tall one. There's this one, which is like a medium size, and there's like a smaller one. So when I seen this, well, I knew I wasn't gonna get the tall one because I was like, it's not gonna fit in your car. And I was like, maybe I get that one or the small one. He was like, no, don't get the small one. That's too small. Get this one. And I was like, well, I don't think that one's gonna fit in your car. He's like, it'll fit. And I'm like, you sure? No, I'm tipsy, but I'm not like gone. I'm tipsy though. And he's like, yeah, it'll fit. Just get it. So he picks it up. He's like, yeah, we'll take this one. So, you know, I paid for the plant. Soon as we walk out of the store with the plant, you know what he says to me? You sure you don't want to come back and get this another time? I don't think this is gonna fit in the car. Bruh, are you serious? I just told you I'll get the smaller plant because the big one isn't gonna fit in your little ass car. So as we get to the car, I'm trying to like put the plant and he's like, it's not gonna fit. Be negative, okay? Be negative. Instead of saying, let's see if it'll fit, let's try to make it work. Or we can go back and tell him we want the smaller plant. Get that negative ass energy out of here. So I take the plant at a diagonal from his seat, from behind his seat, and then put it across his seat to behind my seat. And he's like, it's not gonna fit. So I'm like, yes it is, just chill out. I proceed to go and like move his seat up a little bit so that I can put the base of the plant on the floor of the car. He starts screaming like a little. There's so many people outside walking by. Bro, why are you screaming? You don't touch people's stuff. You don't touch people's stuff. That's my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. I'm like, yo, you're tripping. You can just like ask me to move it a different way or put it behind my seat. You don't have to scream. And you're the one who told me to get this one, okay? You're the one who told me to get this plant and this size plant, okay? Is he dumb? And I'm just like, oh my God, this is so freaking embarrassing. So I realized like, okay, maybe I could put it the other way behind my seat instead of putting it behind his seat because he has an empty back seat. He's like, oh, it's already in there, just leave it, close the door. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, I don't want to argue with you. I like you. I don't want to be yelling at you like this, and I just want to talk to you. But it's just like sometimes you don't let me talk. You just always want to talk over me. I'm like, shut the fuck up, like you're so bipolar. And then I'm just standing there in silence. I'm just like, I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to argue with you. I'm so far away from my house. I don't want to argue with you. And he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just ready to go. Let's go. He's like, all right, let's go. Yeah, let's go. So we get in the car. And then, you know what he says to me when we get in the car? He's like, oh, if you want, I can keep your plants at my house until they start to like grow and flourish and be healthy, and then you can come and get them. Like, no, thank you. I don't need your energy around them. You already yelled and screamed and act like a freaking crazy person. I don't need you to be getting in your feelings and act like you don't want to give me my plants back. Like, no. I just paid for these plants. You didn't pay for them. You didn't say like, oh, like how much are they? I'll give you half. Like, you didn't say any of that, and you want me to let you keep them at your house for a little bit? Like, hell no. I don't need you to do anything for me. All I need you to do is take me home. And so he seemed like he had a little attitude because I didn't want him to hold my plants, which I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, let's just get the fuck out of here. Like, I just want to go home. Like, that's all I want to do. But we finally get to my house, and before he can even pull up in front of my door, he's screaming in the car, you home, yo, you home, yo. I wake up because I was sleeping, and I wake up and I'm like, we're not even in front of my door. Like, you're still driving. Yeah, you home, you home. I'm like, okay, whatever. Here's your camera, here. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he gets out and he takes the plant out of the car. He puts it on the sidewalk and he walks back in his car. So I was like, thank you. And I grabbed my plant and I went in my house. As soon as I get in my house, the first thing I do is block him. I unfollowed him. I blocked him on my phone so that he couldn't text or call me and stuff like that. And I just don't plan on talking to him ever again, because at the end of the day, it's just like, he's not the type of person that I want to be around and that I want to like give my energy to. People around you, they can be so like draining. They can like really suck the energy out of you, suck the whole life out of you, like, you know, to the point where you feel like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? Like, he was just so annoying and so negative. Before he met me, he was in a relationship with someone for like 7 or 6 years or 7 years or something, and he lied to me about seeing her. I asked him one day, I was at his house, and I had a feeling in my gut that like something felt off, because we like been kicking it for some time, and then like I just felt a different vibe when I went around him. So I asked him, like, were you hanging out with someone? Like, were you with someone? And he was like, no. Got so defensive and got mad. And then he finally told me, like the next day, like, okay, I was with someone. Me and my ex were hanging out. She was in town and she invited me out and we hung out and we came back to my place, but nothing happened. I'm just like, you're right, boy. But the fact that I was asking him about it and he was getting so mad, I knew that he did. I just blocked him, guys. I was just like, I am not dealing with this type of person, and I don't want to deal with this type of person. You know what they say, protect your energy. And I feel like when I cut him off, I was like, you know what, it's a good thing I didn't curse him out. I felt like so angry after I was dropped off. The next day when I woke up, I was just like so annoyed, so angry. I'm like, I should have cursed him out. I should have said this, I should have said that. But I'm just like, you know what, it's not even worth doing all of that stuff, because it makes you feel good for like a couple minutes, but then it's just like, it's not even worth it. So just unfollowing him, blocking him without no explanation. I don't have to explain myself to him. I don't have to worry about him calling me, annoying me. I don't have to worry about him being all in my business anymore. Like, that made me feel better. The fact that I didn't have to deal with him anymore made me feel even better than cursing him out. So I'm just like happy I didn't curse him out, because it would have made me feel like probably even worse. So I was just like, I'm gonna leave it at that. And that was the icing on the cake, him screaming outside, acting like a crazy person. Like, boy, what is wrong with you?